Welcome everyone, we are the Grin Brothers and we're continuing our playthrough of Fallout 4's DLC. My gosh, this one area takes goddamn forever. Why is this DLC so big?
Because it was the send-off, I guess.
Is that supposed to be how that robot works?
Kind of.
Going invisible and sticking to walls?
She was charging up her laser and her power swing.
Ah, okay.
But she died before she could use
It's kind
the
of like
laser.
she was T-posing against us.
Blob. Why did... Toothpaste?
Why would you clean your teeth at front of your computer? What?
At work as well.
Yeah, just click on each of them once to...
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
So this guy doesn't know the...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because, of course, it's Vault-Tec. They don't tell their employees what they're doing.
Hmm.
That's a
Like,
lot.
the whole sort of situation with the Fallout history is like there's, you know, it's like during the Cold War, except weirdly enough it seems to be that the situation is they have more of a beef with China than they do Russia.
China, yes. Because
Even though it's supposed to be the Cold War saying,
them damn commies...
but that was Russia at the time.
Well, it's, the thing is, it's kind of this idea that, like, history will repeat itself. Because, like, it's in the future when all the stuff happens, but, like...
Where they return to black and white TVs.
Yeah, it's weird. I don't know, clearly the world didn't progress in the same way.
Frankly, it'd be interesting to explore a Fallout game before the apocalypse because of how messed up the timeline is here.
They've got black and white screens in every... monocolour screens, but laser pistols?
Hmm.
And robots?
Some of our inventions just progressed a little bit further than others.
And they do have colour
We
screens.
made the laser gun before the wheel. Can you imagine that?
Like making the can opener before the can.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, that did happen. That book doesn't lie.
It tells only truths. Ignore its title, Great Lies to Tell Small Children.
Actually, you haven't started telling Charlie or Gracie any of that stuff yet, have you?
Don't remember where the book is.
You need to find it.
I should. It's a good book.
Speaking of which, it's adorable. It's adorable and terrifying. But Gracie's actually starting to say my name.
Yeah.
Terrifying because, yeah, don't think a mother appreciates losing another child to us.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, it's their fault. They keep bringing them here.
They want free babysitting. That's what you get.
Oh, I've looked back. Well, let's keep following the actual path.
Gracie might get more attached to me when half term hits because I plan to take her and Charlie out for Pizza Hut.
Pretty sure that's poison.
Let's say, can't you turn it off with that button there?
No.
Ouch. That was a very vicious hug.
Ah, you can't stop me with my infinite supply of stim packs.
Is there a mod to fix this whole invisibility situation?
Oh, no, I could just de-equip the armour, but I don't have anything to replace it with.
Ah. Wait, armour?
Yeah, it's a piece of armour that keeps turning me invisible.
But so that isn't the Grognark stuff then?
No.
So is it like a...
It's a shoulder pad.
Oh, shoulder pad,
I think.
So we just need a specific shoulder pad.
Yeah, I think it's like the right... How did they get mutt fruit in
Is
here?
the enhanced targeting card something you can use for the robot building?
Yeah.
Okay. Didn't know if you grabbed it from that robot. You didn't.
I didn't know because I've got... It's easy enough to get them.
I was about to say, I can't imagine a card would weigh much.
You'd be surprised.
And with Vault-Tec's cutting-edge science
But on top of that, we got a bunch of... Because you just break it down for materials.
And I've also heard from what Mum and Dad have said that when I'm not here, Gracie actually comes to the game room door and sits down in front of it, waiting for me to sort of open it up for her.
Yeah, she does.
which is adorable. But yeah, I plan to take her and Charlie out to Pizza Hut during half term.
Fair.
Because it's a time where, one, we have them all day, so, you know, it will make a trip out make sense. I need to take a trip to Milton Keynes anyway to put in the spring season of Commission Fund. Which, by the way, because I ended up not spending 90 quid's worth of it from the Commission Fund itself, instead spending the money I've gotten out for board on PS4 gift cards.
Yeah.
That meant that, plus the extra 200 that I'll be adding in, I am well ahead in terms of, you know, like all the commissions I've got set up that I may do, and I put a worst case scenario for how much they'd cost. I'd still have like a good 100 left.
Huh.
And I've got a lot of commissions lined up. Like I said before, I've got the Freakier and Quindity to pay for yet, or even the Shimeo Eiko raffle commission payment through the PS4 gift cards.
Apparently the cups in this place are heavier than a bottle of glue or a pair of handcuffs.
What are on these cups? Glue. But what's in the glue? Nothing. But after that, I've kind of ended up promising someone I'd commission him for a different drawing. Which admittedly is one I'd like to see anyway, because I kind of wanted a drawing of Nanka with someone else's OC. So I'll be doing that with Lockie, or Lockie 3K.
Right. This is DX. Which I believe is upstairs.
And I've been wanting to commission Mega Bunny for something, which I might be doing with the start of my next Nanka Miiverse Adventure thing. Because I was planning on commissioning someone else, because I was originally going to be doing NPMOK. But I did a post on the forums and such, and I'm not getting any interest in it, so I think I'm going to have to actually give a actual example of the interactive formula on DeviantArt.
Yeah. To
generate interest for NPMOK.
Yeah.
So I'm probably going to be covering Ocarina of Time.
Okay.
But I wanted to. I was considering other Legend of Zelda games, but I kind of covered this before. But I talked with HB, and she kind of suggested Ocarina of Time would be her preferred choice.
Yeah.
And she's the main person who comments, so makes sense. That and the point of it is that it'll be quicker to do.
Yeah.
Because like what I'll be doing is the first chapter, the whole Deku Tree stuff will be a prologue, because there's no meaningful question to ask the entire time. Like my questions could be, should I get the sword or the shield first? I have to get both of them at that exact moment anyway, but I tell the story slightly differently if I get one in the order of the other.
I can block and
but you still need them,
block.
Sort of thing. The moment you get out of the Deku Tree stuff, that's when all the pretty much tons of the side quests become available. So that's when all the questions start. Should I buy a shield? Should I go check the graveyard? Which grave should I check?
Yeah.
And that'll be the point where doing events in different orders mean something.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I'm probably going to commission Mega Bunny for a... the idea I've got, I'm not sure if I'll commission Mega Bunny for it, but I'm going to see about her first, is a drawing of...
I've got them all.
Of Nanka and Nanka dressed up as Link. One to represent the young Link, the other for an adult Link.
Nanka and Nanka with Nanka.
And Knuckles. I can't believe Knuckles and Knuckles is an actual game mode in a game.
Knuckles and Knuckles.
And then someone modded it to be Knuckles and Knuckles and more Knuckles.
Yeah.
Which just turned everything into Knuckles.
Which really we shouldn't be surprised about.
And replaces the word Chuckles in Knuckles' theme song to Knuckles. And replaces the word Sonic with Knuckles. Unlike Knuckles, I don't Knuckles.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
It was a mess.
The way it should be.
And the rings are also Knuckles.
Good.
Little rotating Knuckles.
Mini Knucks.
Mm. But yeah, because originally I was
Slams
going to
and
commission this
users.
person. I think can't remember their username because there's like numbers in it. Agatha something.
There's
They
numbers. So.
They do a lot of drawings of. I think they're Spanish speaking and do lots of drawings of Dawn.
Okay.
So originally with NPM and K, I was going to commission them for a drawing. But if I'm doing, it's a different game now, I'll save it until I do eventually do NPM and K. And for other commission ideas, again, I've got the Wii review show I want to do at some point. I've got the games to do the first sort of 10 episodes sort of thing. But I'll need some like additional little artworks sort of for it, and I'll be doing a different. I'm thinking of changing the name though, because originally I've had the title as Diamonds in the Shovelware, but that feels like I'm more focused on shovelware. Although the idea was the Wii gets criticised for being filled with shovelware, so this was pointing out the gems of it. I feel a more snappier title will work better, so I was thinking of calling it Wii Wonders.
Yeah.
And it's also alliterative, so
You do
instantly
like your
better.
alliteration.
It's also quicker to put in a title
Yeah.
than
And you can abbreviate it
Dits.
to Wee Wee.
Actually, it's just abbreviated as WW, so
WW.
World War.
But I'm just going to call it Wee Wee. Because
Actually, it's more like Wee Woe.
I'm a full-grown adult. and
Wee Woe.
That entertains me. I might be a little lost.
You might be.
Not gonna lie. I hate this place.
So, it's funny enough, the thing I was actually going to start talking about, didn't actually get on to talking about. I'm not sure what distracted me. I guess I just mentioned I think you mentioned something about children, so I mentioned Gracie. Well, actually, I've got one other quick thing I can mention about children. Not sure if I did mention the second time, but me and Charlie went on another litter pick. A second litter pick with my nephew. Not as interesting things as a whole roll of carpet, although we did pick up someone else's bin bag of rubbish. Apparently someone had a drinking night in the woods.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
So we ended up with a whole... and they bagged all their rubbish, but if they left the bag there, so we had a whole extra bag of beer bottles and such. And the bag had split anyway, so even if whoever had the night out had tried carrying it home, it would have all spilled out anyway, so...
Yeah.
We had another bag with us, so... In a sense, I kind of did the better thing leaving the bag there at that point, because...
Otherwise, I'd just tracked trash everywhere.
Yeah, but he's been really enjoying his litter picking, which is wonderful to hear. Apparently there's like government initiatives to try and get more litter picking done and encourage those sort of events. Which, well, I'm ahead of the curve. So. But the main thing I did want to talk about in a
Oh god, that's a
longer
grenade.
topic. That's weird to think the robot mutated.
Yeah, you just try not to think about it too much.
Curie!
F.
Hold on a moment, let me just loot this
A
first.
radiated rocket launcher.
How do you radiate...
Which has now over encumbered me.
No, she's disintegrated. There's nothing left of her.
Nah, she's up there.
How did she get there?
She just walks.
Oh. That explosion
Like
did...
we are. Very slowly.
That explosion did nothing to her.
No.
Curie!
Well, guess we don't have to worry about looting, because I'm already over encumbered.
So, there was a movie I'd been planning to... that I'd been saving up to watch for a while.
Mm.
Because you said you wanted to watch it. And
Yeah.
for the past... I think this must have been a good 2 years now. You never came down to want to say, hey, let's have a movie night.
What
Or,
movie?
watch it. So Dad started putting it on yesterday. And I was like, oh, I haven't even watched that yet. My movie. And he's like, oh, well, then we'll watch it together then. Although I said no at first, and then later on, Mum's went out to get chicken and chips. drag Dad with her, and so they're like, oh, we'll watch it tonight. We'll watch it from the beginning. And they're like, I was halfway through that. Kubo and the Two Strings.
Oh yeah, I do want to watch that.
Yeah, so I watched Kubo and the Two
Was
Strings.
it 2 years ago?
How about that?
Oh, oops.
If the controller's disgusted with you. You're old.
I was also just laughing at the fact that we're now just slowly walking upstairs.
Much like we did. This is how we end things. If we did it at the
This is
beginning.
how we started, this is how we end. Oh hey, there is a reason to be up here. I thought there was.
Kubo and the Two Strings is absolutely phenomenal. Like, it has, I'd go so far as to say, a good up level of sadness to it by the end. Why does it just keep going? What? Why is this? What is going on here?
I know, but I'm just getting off.
Okay.
Well,
Like, it...
that was fun.
Yeah, Kubo and the Two Strings is... Of course, the obvious thing is that it looks beautiful. I mean, the studio is known for how beautiful their movies look. But... it's also really touching, really sad, really beautiful in terms of how they portray it. Like, the ending to it is... in some ways kind of dark towards the villain, but also kind of an ultimate karmic victory against the villain.
Huh.
I mean, part of me thinks is like, it feels worse that he didn't just get killed,
Okay.
but in a sense, it's kind of the ultimate sense of karma to what happens to the villain.
One of those old school Disney style punishments then.
And it's also a lot funnier. Like, although Kubo by the end of it feels like he'd fit into a, berserk in terms of how, gosh, everything has gone wrong for you, sort of level of tragedy for the guy. There needs to be a tragedy tag on that movie.
Huh.
He just goes through suffering. Despite that, it's also insanely funny. There's a lot of humour to it. I was surprised at how much I was... Even by quips at the end...
Gary!
Had me chuckling.
Gary!
Hey.
And at that point, just about every sad thing you could think could possibly happen to the poor guy had already happened, so...
Come here.
Gary. The world is interesting, the papercraft is... the papercraft is always awesome to see, as he does the origami sort of stuff, and... It kind of what made it go from a great movie to a just pure excellence is it's really predictable at first.
Yeah.
Like, two of the plot twists are really, really predictable. And then it's immediately... And, like, at the moment they kind of reveal, like, oh, man, this is so obvious. They then completely subvert your expectations of what's next going to happen. And then have a plot twist I just didn't see coming at all.
Huh.
Several of them in a row, actually.
Is the first...
Like, for instance, the name of the movie is Kubo of the Two Strings.
There's 3 strings.
And it's not at all what I thought they were referring to throughout the entire movie, and then it's revealed in that little thing, again, after all the predictable stuff, why it's called Kubo of the Two Strings. I was thinking, man, maybe the reason the movie didn't do too well is Kubo of the Two Strings is a pretty terrible title when you get down to it.
Yeah.
But no, there's a really good reason for it, and it actually makes a ton of sense, and it's like, wow, I did not see that coming at all.
It is called Kubo of the Two Strings because your arms are really string-like and thin and noodly, and you have 2 of them, and it's just weird.
It's just it's just an amazing movie,
man.
You really should watch it at some gosh darn point already.
Probably should. Didn't realise it'd been 2 years. I can wait another day. I am Raph. I do not do things quickly.
Yeah, the Rebel Taxi's 4 worst things to happen in animation makes complete sense. The fact that movie did not do better. People should watch that movie. I'm not sure children should watch it though. It might be. I mean, to be fair, if you're a kid of old school Disney movies, children should probably be able to watch it.
Yeah, this sounds like a old school Disney. I don't really want to give you a rocket launcher, but sure.
Just be prepared for, the children crying. It is sad.
It's fine, they're children, they don't have souls.
I mean, the thing is, it has a happy ending to it, but it doesn't have a forced happy ending. Like, all the sad, terrible things that happen still occur. Like, they don't try to patch it up at the last second or anything.
Yeah.
They even hint it away. They kind of tease that in another movie they might have actually done, and then these people were alive, sort of thing, or this happened, sort of thing. But no, they just keep with it. Keep with the. It's a good ending, but all these terrible things, we're not fixing any of that.
Well, that's the way the world works. We have another room to go to. I hate this place so much.
Yeah, it's far too big.
There's a total of like 36 star cores.
Oh thank gosh, I thought you meant 36 rooms. I'd rather go back to walking.
You thought you could play the game? Don't be ridiculous.
Is this the last room?
I don't know.
How many cores have you got? Because there's 7 in here.
I don't even remember this place.
That's not good.
It looks pretty cool though. I like space.
Just one of the comedy scenes. This one was actually in the trailer, so you might remember it. Beetle's trying to join the group.
Yeah.
And Monkey sort of says there's nothing he could contribute to it, and so he goes, well, I can do this. He shoots an arrow at a wall, and it hits the wall. She goes, that's not all that, and he shoots like 5 more arrows, and they all pierce the exact same arrow.
Yes.
Impressive. And Beetle goes, wow, that's the first time I managed to do that.
I do remember that.
Yeah, it's again, it's the best part is I love comedies which are also have to be sad.
Yeah.
I love the mix of tones. Like, a lot of people complain like, oh, the tonal clash sort of thing. I never worry about tonal clash. Like, I don't mind that at all. Well, I feel that reflects life really well.
Yeah, I was gonna say a contrast helped because
life is made of a lot of terrible things, but there's funny things to it.
Without sadness, joy is an empty feeling.
Again, the reason why I like Guardians of the Galaxy 2 a lot. There's a lot of there's a darkness, but it's also insanely funny sort of thing. But
yeah, I'm really behind on.
But the movie is super sad in several parts, but it's so funny.
But whilst I may be behind on movies, I'm relatively caught up in my anime.
And you can talk about that next episode.
Can I?
Because it's
God,
22
why
minutes.
have I done this to myself? I have to talk.
Cheer, everyone!
I never had breakfast.